Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Moundridge Sports Network for round 2 of the Trojan Classic. Here we got a pretty heavyweight matchup. 8-2 Holcomb is coming out to play 10-0 Moundridge. Number 1 Moundridge in the Trojan Classic, number 4 Holcomb. And it should be a fun game tonight. Both these teams are so resilient. They love to shoot the ball. You're going to see a lot of three-point shots tonight. And a few of those guys are, of course, for Moundridge, number 15, Bear Modelmog. He's going to absolutely let it fly coming out of the gate. He's 60 points in his last 3 games. And then on Holcomb's side, you're going to see Brody Dinston. He's going to shoot a lot. He shot about 8 3-pointers here when last time they played Clay Center in a tough game that they grinded out, won by 6 points to come and play Moundridge. Winner will move on to the championship tonight, or tomorrow night, excuse me, at 7:45. As we're kicking off here, Joe, what do you got any pregame thoughts for us?
So we're looking at this is a big team.
This afternoon's contest features the designated visiting team from Holcomb High School, the Longhorns,
so we'll see that often.
and the designated home team from Moundridge High School, the Wildcats. This time the starting lineups in alternating fashion, beginning with the visitors for the Longhorns. Number 3, 5'10" senior Brody Dinston. For the Wildcats, number 2 is 6 foot.
Yeah, and Holcomb's, keys to win. I think you got to slow the Cats down. You can't have them do the thing. You got to hit your shots early as well. Move the ball as much as you can. Get the Cats guess on what you're going to do. And I think delegating turnovers is huge for the Longhorns here if they want to beat these Cats. These Cats take advantage of turnovers. Kaiser Knitz, for example, 5.3 points a game off turnovers this season. So, I mean, there's turnover opportunities everywhere. Moundridge loves to create opportunities off turnovers. A lot of offensive rebounds as well for them. Also, I think you gotta force them to panic. Give the Cats some early adversity, see what they do. See how well they handle it. They haven't had as hard of a schedule as Holcomb has. Holcomb's a little bit more battle-tested than Moundridge is. And also, I think, take disciplined shots, too. Moundridge is really gonna try to speed you up on offense. They're gonna try to force you to throw a lot of turnovers. They're gonna play a lot of on-ball defense. They're gonna close out, help side as well. Should be a fun one. I'm really excited, Joe.
Me too. But tonight we're going to see big things from number 12, Caden Hardy. He's going to let that 3 go with the score. They're going to be face guarding him all night. They got to shut him down.
There's a lot of opportunities here for Holcomb to make a statement. And winner will go on to play Heston or Hillsborough tomorrow night. And after this, we also have the girls' game, which they'll be facing number 8 Hillsborough. But don't be fooled, because that number 8 means nothing, because they are one crazy good team.
And Holcomb, they're looking to make a statement. Number 1 ranked team in the HOA Moundridge, 2-time defending champs. We'll see what they can do against them. Yeah, we should have a good matchup with the girls last time.
Kicking off, usual suspects for Moundridge's starting 5, Knitz, Modelmog, Hecox, Churchill, and Dixon, of course. And Churchill going to start it out with a tip down to Knitz, and here we go, folks. It's going to be one crazy game. We're here. We're glad you're here. Churchill has this down to Modelmog. He thinks about it, drives over, looking on that right corner. Right back down to Hecox. Hecox back to Modelmog. Drop into Dixon. They really don't do this much, and he's really going to try to spin off right here. He spins back, hands this down to Modelmog. So they really like to drop in, and of course they drop in, and either Dixon's going to shoot it or he's going to kick it back out. They're really great at taking disciplined shots.
Yeah, the Wildcats just show time and time again their patience on offense.
Hecox spins around and hits up a contested right-handed layup, and he gets it to go. Henry Hecox on the board again.
And that's a great way for the Wildcats to start their first quarter, getting on the board early.
Holcomb, such a big three-point shooting team. And here you're going to see this one. Here's number 20, and that one is just way down. That's Aiden Brown, who tried to put that one through, as Holcomb is quite the shooting team. Shot 27 three-pointers against Hillsborough. Hecox is going to try a three-pointer of his own. That one is just off the top. Great rebound by Knitz. Back out to Modelmog for a wide-open triple. You bet! There, Modelmog on the board again from 3. Picking right back where he left off.
And the Cats are just dominating so early in the game. Really setting the tone of the night.
Holcomb, again, they're going to do this driving offense as Dennis Dunn gets the ball down, puts one down and off the rear end of Hecox, and Knitz is going to dive through. Holcomb retains possession. Deniston drives through, puts up a right-handed finish, and that one swirls the iron and out, rebounded by Dixon. So again, Holcomb cannot put it through the goal, and that's rough, but it's still early, but I think a stop would be huge for Holcomb right now.
And Holcomb cannot get flustered.
Dixon takes one down, power dribbles through, puts one up, back around the other side, but contested layup there and cannot get that together. So huge stop from Holcomb to not go down by 7 there. As Deniston has this now, commander of the offense, handles the ball a lot. And you see number 12, Hardy also. Deniston drives through, they'll call a foul on Knitz, so he picks up his first.
Fouls on number 2, Kaiser Knitz. His first personal. In the game for Holcomb, number 0, Boston Sullivan, number 13, Corbin Johnson.
As Austin Sullivan checks in now and back down to Harrell, and he's going to have a tough matchup with Dixon. Not as big as Zach is, but should be a good matchup as well. He's tall enough to compete.
And I think the Cats are just going to be more patient on defense, too. Like, they're not going to do anything crazy.
As putting that one through and breaking the scoring drought for Holcomb, that is Caden Hardy, number 12. We're going to say his name a lot tonight, and that's huge for the Longhorns just to get on the board there. Great right-handed finish.
Yeah, he is expected to turn up tonight for Holcomb. We'll see threes, a whole bunch of things.
Churchill down at the short corner, trying to find something, drives out, gives this to Dixon. Dixon just missed the layup earlier, puts one up, and it's good. Zach Dixon in trouble. Swarms of defenders all around him.
Zach Dixon.
And their post option isn't the biggest, factor in their offense. Dixon doesn't get a lot of points up on the board, but he's kind of the glue guy, of that offense, averaging 3.8 points a game. And there you go. You saw how strong he can be. He uses his size to his advantage a lot. A deep 3 here from Harrell, and that one's good. Jarrett Harrell on the board early with 3.
But if you're a team that has a big man that can shoot threes, that is something special.
And he's kind of their post player, but it's kind of similar to what the girls have with Kamiko down at the post. They're athletic enough to play a guard, so that's huge athleticism-wise for Holcomb. Very athletic team. Monomog drives through, puts one over, power dribbles up, puts up a right-handed layup, and that one is just off the lip of the rim here, rebounded by Holcomb. Deniston takes the ball down now. Deniston down to Harrell, tipped away by Dixon. He's running down full court speed by himself as he floats back out and gives this down to his guard, Monomog. The coast-to-coast big man action. As Knitz takes a 3, and that one is just in and out off the bank shot. Knitz 3 for 10 from 3 this season. So looking to bump up that 3-point percentage.
And at the next whistle, number 5, Lane Schmidt would check into the game early.
Contested 3-ball here from Holcomb, and nothing is changing from their game plan against Clay Center. They are shooting if they even can see the rim. Monomog taking it down, stopping, popping 3-ball, and he bet there, Monomog. Stopping and popping his way through town. What a shot. And another matching 3-pointer here, and that one is off. Holcomb just is not hitting the same as Moundridge is, and Knitz is going to steal that away, and they're going to call a jump ball. So Holcomb will give up their possession and get this off that jump.
So big 3 on the offensive possession by Monomog, giving the Cats a 5-point lead.
Putting up another contested 3 is Holcomb, and that one is all chords. Brady Sullivan, the junior, on the board. Comes in off the bench on the second rotation usually, and he made a statement there. 10-8, Wildcats with a 2-point lead. Monomog has 6 already. Puts this one down to Schmidt. Schmidt breaks away, and what a block from number 20, Aiden Brown, before being called for a foul. And Aiden Brown comes off the bench as well. He started actually in one of Holcomb's one of 2 losses against Lakin.
At the line, Leighton Schmidt.
As they lost to Lakin 48-44, and their other loss was to Scott City, and that's a tough 4A team. as they lost to Scott City 54-52. So their league is pretty stacked. They have Goodland as well. They actually beat Goodland by 3 with Lincoln Cure out. Holcomb driving down, hands this down to Sullivan, who just made that big 3 earlier. They'd love to just drive baseline and kick out 3 a lot, and kicked away. Here's Sullivan's 3-ball again, and that one is just off. Rebounded by Schmidt, tipped away though. He retains possession, only to step out, and that'll be Holcomb's ball again. So a 3-ball from Holcomb can tie it.
Yeah, it's just been a physical game so far. Just bad height.
And here now, getting a scoreboard back now is 11-8, 1:48 left to go in the first. As Modomog driving down, hands this down to Adolph. Adolph stops to the lane and puts one up before it rattles the rim and out. And timeout by Holcomb, their first. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. So overall, to start the game, Modomog's made 2 big threes, but Holcomb has shut them down here off of a Sullivan 3-ball. And that one was huge, and as well as a Caden Hardy layup, and followed up by a Jarrett Harrell 3-ball. So that's 8 points for Holcomb. And their game plan is not changing from Hillsborough. They're going to shoot the ball a lot, and they have no issue with that. Denniston has this down, looking for Hardy. Adolph on ball defense. Denniston down to Hardy now. He's not afraid to shoot it. Shot a contested 3 earlier. Great ball movement here for the Longhorns. Skip pass down to Sullivan, and he drives through. So a lot of these, ball movement plays you're going to see, kind of like we've been saying. Deep 3-ball here from Denniston, and that one is just off. So again, Holcomb just trying to pound their way down behind the arc, and it's just not working. As Knitz drives through, drops this one down to Schmidt, and Schmidt hops and pops that one up. Churchill powers his way through, and kind of a rare shot there from Churchill. He doesn't really use his body to size people up like that, but he does there, and it was pretty successful.
Also number 12, Kane Hardy, his first personal. He found number 2. In the game for the Longhorns, 23, Jarrett Harrell. And in for the Wildcats, number 4, Jesse Lutz, number 11, Henry Heacock.
(15-8), 16 seconds winding down in the first quarter. Moundridge on a pretty nice roll here to start. 10 seconds now. Holcomb probably going to wait till the last second to shoot this ball before the minute break. As Denniston drives through, puts down a questionable pass, but it goes through on the bounce pass down to Jarrett Harrell, who had a 3-ball earlier, and he goes to the line for 2.
Also number 4, Jesse Lutz, his first personal. At the line, Jarrett Harrell.
And Harrell goes 0 for 2 from the line, and Schmidt's going to shoot a full court heave, and that one is to the scoreboard. And that will do it for our first quarter. 15-8, Moundridge on a pretty good start here. Holcomb starting to fall behind, wants to pick up some momentum early, as we'll be back in 1 minute. as we welcome you back. 15-8 now, second quarter. Modemog leading the pack with 6, closely guarded behind. Is Hecox, who had a 3-ball earlier. He's waiting on a scores table update with the head coach, Chad Novak.
We're going through a hallway.
As head coach Chad Novak looking through. And we look to be good, as I don't know what we're trying to figure out here. I was trying to figure it out. Yeah. Starting out now. Coming through is Knitz now, and the Cats really just want to take a hold in big second quarter team. As Dixon lays that one up, and that one is just off. So like I said, big second quarter team, they're going to try to get a lot of shots up early.
You know, they're going to look to cut to the basket and get those backdoor looks open a lot on offense, because that's what they, that's their game plan against the Wildcats, eliminate the big man option.
Jarrett Harrell, another 3-ball here, and that one is just off the lip of the rim, and Dixon is playing some great defense tonight. I will say Zach has done some incredible job defense.
Yeah, if Dixon can shut down the bigs and not let his guy get open looks, they're not going to score as much, which is just
Hecox now at the top of the key. He'd really like to get a driving layup or a Churchill dunk. A lot of alley-oop opportunities for him this season. Dixon now pushes down, finds a cutting Modemog before that is tipped out by number 24, Landon Leonard.
Knitz will whip them down the ball.
Knitz throws a lob up to Modemog, and he takes a deep 3-ball, and that one is just in and out. Questionable shot there from Modemog, but I mean, it's in his range. Brown now up top down to Harrell. Harrell down to Denniston. Denniston drives down, thinks about one. Here's Brown on a deep corner 3-ball, and that one is right in Zach Dixon's pocket. So another big rebound for Dixon. And it's trying to find a cutting Churchill, and he will lay it up. Looked like a dunk, but I'm not calling that one a dunk, Joe.
No, for what I've seen Churchill do in the season, that is not a dunk in his book.
It is off the vert, not off a running start, as Brown shakes and bakes and hands this down to Hardy. Hardy drives through on Churchill, high arcing layup, and another rebound from Dixon, who had 6 rebounds against Riley County last Tuesday. Wide open Knitz, that missed a 3-ball earlier and will continue that slump. Dixon with another big rebound and a putback. Zach Dixon throwing his body around. What a start from the senior, as we'll be back after this full timeout. As in attendance, Tyler O'Connor, football coach with his wife and kids, coming to support his boys. As Holcomb now. So coming over now is 19-8, Moundridge up.
You know, the Wildcats are doing a really good job of shutting down Holcomb on offense. They're not getting the open looks that they want.
Harold powers his way down through Dixon, kick out 3 ball to number 13 this time, Corbin Johnson, who starts but kind of the quieter guy. As he drives through right, puts up a nice dribble drive move there, and he will get that one to go. So 19-10. Corbin Johnson on the board now. Johnson, kind of a wing player, always looking for a loose ball, really tends to throw his body around. Really likes to go right as well. Wide open Churchill now, and he puts one up one-on-one. Doesn't matter, he's too tall. Heath Churchill, 21-10, 6 points for him.
And Churchill is just so hard to stop when he's that close to the rim, because he just get over most of the people on him.
Churchill was 6 tonight, leading the Cats in points as they're up 20-10, 4:01 left to go in the second. Driving through now is Harrow, and another missed layup there for Holcomb, as he will go and get a foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. Had 0 for 2 earlier, and that foul is on Dixon. Dixon playing such a great game, 4 rebounds with 4 points tonight.
That was number 14, Zach Dixon, his first personal. At the line, Jared Harrell. And again for the Longhorns, number 0, Austin Sullivan. For the Wildcats, number 5, Lynn Schmidt.
It's a pretty good show up tonight. Moundridge community, of course, loves their Wildcats, so anytime they can come watch a game, they support, whether that's here or even in person. So what a great community we have. We're blessed to be a part of that. Schmidt driving down, puts a high arcing shot up, and that one is just off. Driving through the lane off the back of the official. Unlucky play for Holcomb. It's driving down to Hecox. Hecox to Churchill. Cats Modelmark been kind of quiet so far. Open the gate. He's got 3. Hecox another 3 ball earlier. Spins around and puts up a fadeaway jump shot, and that one is off. So trying to channel his inner Dirk Nowitzki, as that one is not in. Holcomb now driving through down to Johnson. Johnson over to Harrell. Trying to get this ball to number 0, Sullivan. So 2 Sullivans now for Holcomb, as that one is up and in for Caden Hardy.
And Holcomb is doing a great job of staying composed. Now, they don't look flustered. They're still playing their game, and that's a key factor.
Modelmark down to Churchill, tipped away by Hardy, but retains possession. Wide open, Hecox decides not to take it, drives in, Euro steps through on a defender, puts that one through before it rolls out. Skip pass down to Hardy now. Hardy's 3 ball, and oh, what a shot from Caden Hardy. Contested off the jump, catch high, shoot high. Nothing but net. Holcomb right back in it. Caden Hardy with 7. Churchill now shakes and bakes on top. Power dribbles his way through before he gets called for a foul. on the floor. So Jesse Lutz will come in, and coming in for the Longhorns is going to be number 4, Luke Thine, and number 20, Aiden Brown. And checking out for the Longhorns is going to be number 12, Caden Hardy.
And again, the Longhorns, number 4, Luke
As
Thine,
long
number
as
20,
number 23,
Caden
Jarrett
Brown.
Harrell.
Wildcats, number 4,
And
Jesse
checking out for the
Lutz.
Cats is going to be Commits, and coming on again is Lutz. And Lutz, such a good three-point shooter, had 15 points against Sedgwick. That game was before Christmas break. There's Churchill up top. Great on-ball defense here from Austin Sullivan on Churchill. Before they find Leighton Schmidt on the short corner, just waiting for a big opportunity as they're starting to get some energy in this place.
I think it was time that Holcomb's coach was yelling something at the ref. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, but absolutely, he's getting his boys hype as Churchill rips this one away. And coming out of the half, as Lutz is going to lay that one up, and it rolls in and out. Jesse, who set the first game because of the JV tournament coming up, but he looks to be back and looks to make an impact early. Brown goes up over 2 defenders and puts that one through. Holcomb on their way to erasing this deficit. Modemog off of his own foot, and that is going to be before he chews some clock. Smart basketball move there by Modemog.
And the game for the Longhorns, number 12, Caden Hardy.
As he's trying to get a plea that that ball was knocked out, but that was just off of his own foot.
So 26 seconds left in the first half. Only a 6-point differential.
As Kenneth's coaching his ball, you can see his ball knowledge there, as told Modemog to wait a little bit to chew some more time off. 23-17 now. 6-point lead. Holcomb looking to erase that with 2 shots at this rate of how many threes they've been shooting. Caden Hardy leads the way with 7. Denniston over to Fine gets that one tipped away by Lutz, and Moundridge is going to run through. Head of steam, 2 seconds, 1 second. Modemog puts up a half quarter, and that one is just off the lip of the rim. 23-17. Joe, you want to recap that first half?
I will. So both teams have great athletes, you know. They're looking to push the floor. They're looking for steals. Let's see. Number 12, Caden Hardy's getting that 3-ball active for Holcomb. And on Wildcat side of the ball, 15, Barrett Modemog is doing the same exact thing. They're getting good looks. Churchill's getting steals, almost got a dunk. LT's working the glass along with Dixon, who's having a heck of a night. Almost 6 rebounds recorded so far. We're looking at a dogfight tonight, but that's a great first half of play. This is going to be an exciting game. But we will see you back.
And we welcome you back for second half action. Holcomb versus Moundridge. Holcomb closing in on that Moundridge lead. So far, the Cats have not scored as much offensively as they have in the past, averaging about 61.4 points a game, and they're playing some pretty good on-ball defense. They're going to start trapping in this corner. This is really the first time, they start trapping short corner like this, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how they do that. Brody Denniston right down to Hardy. Hardy back around. Austin Brown, who pretty big at 3-ball earlier. And this one's stolen by Modemog, so Modemog trying to find something, inside, as he's only got 6 tonight. Missed a deep 3 earlier, and down to Hecox. Hecox down to him.
Something we'll see a lot of tonight is jamming handoffs. We're going to have to see that on Wildcats' side of the ball along with Holcomb.
Connects down to Hecox. Hecox to Modemog. So this dribble drive offense they're running right now is pretty successful in the pass against Sterling. And this team's kind of similar to Sterling with no big man, as Modemog misses that. (23-17), 6:27 left to go, and Holcomb is going to miss that 3-ball. Rebounded by Dixon, who's having a pretty successful night on the boards.
In the game for Longhorns, 13, Corbin Johnson.
.609 left to go, 23-17. Holcomb trailing, scoreless since the first half ended, and Harrett driving through puts a long layup up, and that one is another offensive rebound for Holcomb. So, in turn, as Aiden Brown puts one up, and that one is off the glass and into Knitz's hand on a fast break opportunity. 2-on-3 as Hecox waits and gives this to Churchill. Dixon cutting through the lane, and that one is tipped up. Saved by Holcomb before stepping out.
And that's good patience from the Wildcats, not getting a turnover and another chance to score on this offensive possession.
Connects down to Modemog, as Modemog really has not had the night of his life as he had in the past 2 games before, as Churchill misses his dunk from the foul.
Also number 0, Austin Sullivan, his first personal, team foul number 1.
Dixon takes a power move, does not move is Jarrett Harrell, as he's played pretty good against Dixon. A tough matchup with the size mismatch. And I think another key for Moundridge is to take advantage of the mismatches as Caden Hardy makes a 3-ball. Down by 3 now is Holcomb, and so the Longhorns are really approaching.
And that's what we've been talking about. Hardy is going to make threes like that, and that's normal for him.
Modemog down over, drives through, puts up a contested layup before he gets called for a travel.
Wildcats number 5, Leighton Schmidt.
4:48 left in the third already.
Tipped away by Hecox. Hecox running with a whole head of steam. Lays it up and does not go for the dunk attempt. So trying to get points on the board. Very wise from Hecox there.
A great steal by Hecox.
He's a capable dunker, but I'm sure he just wants to get the points there. Tipped away by Knitz. Diving down is Schmidt, and another great defensive takeaway for the Cats, and another horrid offensive turnover for the Longhorns, and that's kind of one of the things, obviously, you don't want, is you don't want turnovers right now. You're down by 5, and you get points. Getting a lead would be huge, as Moundridge is going to give the ball right back to them. Johnson down to Hardy. Hardy takes another 3, and that one is just off. Rebounded by Harrell. He steps it up and puts it in. Jarrett Harrell, 5
Barely
points
goes
tonight.
on the rim, bounces around.
Schmidt now over top to Hecox. Hecox, a capable driver, really likes to take it himself, and calling in for a reach in is going to be number 13, Corbin Johnson.
Also number 13, Corbin Johnson, his first personal team foul, number 2. Into the game for the Longhorns, number 1, Brady Sullivan, and number 24, Landon Leonard.
Overall, a pretty clean game for both sides. Not a lot of foul calls tonight. So two very disciplined teams as Churchill rises up and puts that one through. And typically what we see with games coming out of the half, and especially at the high school level, is a lot of fouls coming out of the half. You're jumpy, you want to do what your coach's game plan is. So both of these teams being as disciplined as they are is pretty impressive. Johnson drives through Hecox, closely to the defender, goes into a swarm of cats, and Mottlemar tipping that one away. Wide open triple here for Sullivan, and he will put it down. Brady Sullivan from 3. And one of the biggest things the Cats are not doing is closing out.
And just like that, it's a one-possession ball game with 3 minutes left in the third. Holcomb slowly clawing back.
Holcomb kind of taking those 2 steps forward, 4 steps back kind of mentality right now as they get on a lead like this, they get on a run, and then they start to slow down. The Cats start to pick up that momentum, and then it's a cycle. That's how this game has gone so far.
And for Holcomb, number 23, Jarrett Harrell.
As Harrell checks in, and off is Leonard. Knitz lobbing it up there, and that's a great rebound by Schmidt. Schmidt kicks it out to Hecox for a triple. That one is off. Another rebound from Schmidt. Schmidt puts that one up. Another rebound for Schmidt, and another rebound before getting tipped away, and Knitz batting out. Great hustle from Leighton Schmidt as Modmog stops and pops at the elbow. And another rebound for the Cats. Not boxing out is Holcomb. And Chad Novick is mad. He's hot, and timeout by Coach Knitz. So
that might be the definition of second chance points. The Wildcats just were relentless on that possession, crashing the boards and just getting a good look.
30 seconds.
Chad Novick is pretty hot right now after that. His guy's not boxing out, and that's one of the things teams really fall behind with the Wildcats when they take advantage of the laziness on the boards. They love playing a lazy team who doesn't box out. It's one of their biggest strengths is boxing out. Knitz preaches hustle every day.
You know, this is one of the closest games the Wildcats have seen all season, so how are they going to respond to that in this fourth quarter and the rest of the third?
Matamog, who's shooting 26 for 55 before tonight's game from 3. 47.3 3-point percentage. Adolph closely guarded, puts up a nice reverse layup before that one is out. So 2-point game still, 1:53 left to go in the third, as that will remain Holcomb possession.
And Monomod, great hustle trying to get those balls and just run it down the court for a Wildcat possession. You love to see it as a Moundridge fan, the hustle from the Cats.
And another here, almost turnover as Harrell will put that one up and rebounded by Knitz. And so Holcomb's head coach Novak is not happy with his team's boxing out abilities, and that's one of the biggest things here too, like I said earlier. Motamog down to Hecox. Hecox tried something. Schmidt now tipped away there by Harrell, and that one will remain Holcomb's possession on a big defensive stop there from Holcomb.
And from Longhorns, number 3, Brody Dennis, and number 20, Aiden Brown.
About 1:18 to go in the third.
Number 4, Jesse Lutz, number 10, Heath Churchill.
And subs would come in for both teams.
The closest game the Cats have had at this point all season, so pretty close adversity, like Joe said. Well, as Brown pushing through and finding a cutting Hardy, and Hardy down to Sullivan. Sullivan back to Hardy. Hardy puts one up, almost out, and that's going to remain Holcomb's ball. Last touched by Leighton Schmidt.
(27-25), a one-possession ball game. It felt like the Cats and the Longhorns have just been trading the whole game. And that's the back cut option that we've been looking for from Holcomb to start doing, and you know they've been getting that all night. .45 winding down. Cats are probably going to try and run this one out.
Roots now in the game as Schmidt now to Adolph. Adolph trying to find something. Adolph again driving up, taking advantage, no shot clock as he gets this one patted by Sullivan. Great defense from Holcomb as Lutz is going to take this throw, put up a left-handed layup, up by 4 now. Moundridge, 11 seconds left, 9 seconds. Holcomb taking their time here, 5 seconds. Need to get a shot, 3 seconds, tipped away. Jump ball with 1.4 left to go.
We got 1.4 left in the third.
In the game for the Longhorns, 23, Jared Harrell.
Churchill trying to get something, 1.4 left to go, and Schmidt will just hold it and chucks up a shot straight to the official. Great catch by him. 29-25, don't go anywhere. This game's just getting started. We'll be back in 1 minute. Welcome back to probably the best game the Cats have played all season. Toughest team they're going to see until tomorrow when they play Heston. And tipping our way, and Holcomb retains possession. Back down here to Sullivan. Sullivan down to Johnson. Johnson to Denniston. Back to him. Hardy drives through, finds Johnson. Johnson trying to get something. Holcomb just wants a deep three-pointer like this, and that one's all cords. Corbin Johnson, big-time three-ball, putting the Longhorns down by 1. Moundridge is feeling this game escape their grasp, and this one is up for grabs.
And like we said at the start, Holcomb is looking to make a name for themselves tonight. Against defending champs, you want to show out. You want to prove that your school is good.
Also number 12, Caden Hardy.
They are a 3A team, so the defending champs don't really mean anything to them. They're going to come in this game like you're any other opponent, and that's kind of what you need to do. And Moundridge, a deep 3-ball, and that one is just off. Could have been a big-time 3 from Moundridge. Hardy thinks about it. He drives through anyway, and they're going to call a foul on Hecox.
You know, you got to stay disciplined. Can't keep your hands on your man when he's driving baseline, especially a kid who likes to draw out fouls. You know, it's what he's good at. Hardy, I'm not surprised he got that one.
Hardy over to Denniston. Denniston thinks about getting to Sullivan. Instead, he'll find Harrell. Harrell now to Hardy. Hardy over. Sullivan driving through. Power dribbles his way through. Wonky layup. Backside hand. Puts it over Hecox for their first lead of the night. 29-30.
What a way to score your first basket of the basketball game. Great offensive possession by Holcomb.
And that one is up and good for the Cats, so they take the lead back. Driving through his Johnson, puts a shoulder into Moundridge, but he does not budge. 31-30 remains their score. 51, excuse me, left to go in the fourth. Hecox steps through before he gets called for the travel. Dixon trying to plead the case for his teammate. Costly turnover for the Cats, so winding down, this is the most adversity they've faced all season.
Holcomb's coach getting frustrated.
Deep 3-ball from Corbin Johnson, rebounded by Knitz, tips this to Churchill. And a lobbing up to Moundridge, and they will call a foul.
Fouls on number 13, Corbin Johnson, his second personal.
It's fouled on Johnson. That's his second of the night. Like I said earlier, nobody really in any deep foul trouble. Pretty clean game has been played from both sides. Churchill leads the way for the Cats with 10. Moundridge still stuck at that 6-point mark he reached in that first quarter. Buries his defender, puts one up, and that one is out. Rebounded by Dixon. He flies through the lane and puts up a left-handed finish. Zach Dixon is on one heck of a night.
That is a huge way to sway the momentum for your team. Dixon responds beautifully.
And Moundridge driving down, 1-on-3 opportunity, takes it up anyway, and he will get called for a travel.
In the game for the Longhorns, number 28, Brown.
And the Wildcats were not happy about that travel call on Moundridge.
That's costly. That's 2 travel calls in this fourth quarter that has costed a costly bucket there.
Again, Holcomb's trying to look for that back door to get that reverse layup.
And timeout Holcomb, full timeout, as Chad Novick, not very happy, head coach of the Longhorns, 33-30. We'll be back in 1 minute. As we'll be back to Moundridge Sports Network, 33-30, 4:15 left to go.
Great game to watch. One possession in Moundridge's favor.
Right over now to Leonard. Leonard thinks about something, hands this down back to Denniston. As Monomog flies down, can't come up with a steal. And missed travel call there by the officials leads to a big-time three-pointer from Corbin Johnson, and he gets it to go. Tie ball game here, 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the fourth. Corbin Johnston having a great game so far.
And you see
here with
Knitz
8 points.
pleading his case over there on the sideline of the ref about the travel call. And those are... And that's really going to frustrate some of the Wildcats. You know, they get 2 travel calls on them, and then when they think the other team's got one, they don't get it.
Caden Hardy with 10 tonight. Corbin Johnson closely followed with 8. Flying through the lane now. Tie ball game here. Holcomb trying to get something, their first lead. And here their second lead since about the 5-minute mark of the fourth. Knitz now up top. Driving through, trying to find something. Cats need a score here. As he gets this to Monomog. Monomog floats one up and tipped away by Brown. Trying to save it as Holcomb before he steps out. Almost a bad pass, costly pass from Monomog. 2:43 left to go. 33-35 in the fourth.
First time the Wildcats have seen adversity in their season, down 2 to Holcomb.
Hecox drives through, spinning, puts one up, back through, steps through, puts a layup up, and it's good. Henry Hecox gets it to go. 35-35, timeout Moundridge. Hopefully Coach Knitz can draw up something as Holcomb trying to come back and pull off the upset. Hand Moundridge their first loss of the season.
Coming back here, 2:32 on, tied up at 35. Seen a great game from both teams, but it's going to come down to who wants it more. Very physical. Last couple minutes of the fourth quarter. You know, if Moundridge wants it more, they're just going to want it more. But if Holcomb wants it more, you know, they'll just want it more. We got 22 seconds left.
2 minutes
and 22 seconds left, my bad. And Holcomb responds with a deep 3.
Thank you, Joe. 2:10 left to go in the fourth. 35-38. Holcomb hits a big three-pointer there. His basket was made by Sullivan.
And he gets the and one. He talks a big drive. Lad. Not left.
Seacox goes to the line for an and one. And he gets that one in.
And Hecox's free throw is good. Tying the game up at 38.
Driving down Holcomb, trying to get something tie ball game. As that will be Holcomb's ball after the foul from Kaiser.
Number 2.
Winding down 131, fourth quarter tie ball game, tipped away by Knitz before retaining possession in a timeout. Longhorns full timeout, minutes ago, 38-38. Do not go anywhere. We're setting up for one crazy finish. And we will be back, 38-38, 127 now, fourth quarter. Holcomb talking things over. Who is moving on to that championship game? Moundridge could win its first ever Trojan Classic. Holcomb could win its 5th Trojan Classic. Most recent win was last year. Looking to go back to back.
Both sides of the ball have had great moments tonight.
Since 2010, there's only been 3 Trojan Classic winners, Heston, Hillsborough, and Holcomb. So Moundridge looking to be in that mix as well. Brown hands this down to Johnson. Johnson flies down, looking up to Brown. Brown goes up, wanting the foul call as Holcomb, but doesn't get it. 57 seconds now, 38-38 tie ball game. Missed foul call there. Driving through is Hecox. Hecox short corner. Backy's defender down. Down to Schmidt. 42 seconds now. Moundridge taking their time. Hecox puts one up over 2 defenders. Gets his own rebound. Back out to Modelmog. Great play by Henry. Hecox. 33 seconds now left in the fourth quarter. Looking to take all the time in the world. Churchill rips this one away. Back down to Hecox. 20 seconds now. 38-38. Taking all the time in the world. Double team comes up. Great move by Hecox before it commits timeout. It'll be a full timeout. 13.1 seconds. Great job by the Cats to chew that clock, Joe.
Yeah, they got 13 seconds to work with, and you know, if they're getting that offensive possession, they're going to run down that clock. It's going to be very hard for Holcomb to come back if the Wildcats score. They're going to have to get a fast look and some transition. I don't know what they could pull out, but the Wildcats, I think Knitz will draw something up that'll maybe be a backdoor cut. I don't think they'll go for a 3 here because they don't need it.
I think they'll go to whoever is going to be open, and they're going to put the ball in whoever can score. And that person's going to be Barrett Modelmog. I'm almost confident this play is going to be drawn up for Barrett or even a lob up to Churchill. This place would absolutely erupt if Churchill catches a lob.
That's true, but if they look for the 2 points, it's going to be Churchill because I think he need to clean the glass better.
As we welcome you back, 13.1. Wildcats are going to look for a last second shot. This place is on their feet. What a game, Joe. And a timeout again by Moundridge. Not getting the look they wanted there, Joe.
Yeah, honestly, I cannot tell you how this game is going to end. You know, it could go anyone's way. Holcomb's been playing great defense and offense, and same story for Moundridge. They're doing great in both fields. So we just turned down to watch. You know, I really don't know what to say about this.
Right, and they're both. Sorry about that, John. They're both matching each other perfectly. That's what I wanted to talk about a little bit before we get into these final seconds.
Caden Hardy's having himself a night. He's got 10, but then Churchill, on the other hand, no 3-ball, but he's got 10 as well. So you like to see the difference in players on both sides.
As I was saying, both matched each other very well. Anytime Holcomb has gotten out to a good start, Moundridge has matched it. I do think Moundridge has played a better game so far, and Holcomb has been trailing behind for majority of it. 10 seconds now. Monomog looking for something, and they will call a foul on Corbin Johnson on the floor, so 8.5. Let's see what Knitz will draw up.
The Cats have 8 seconds to work with here. Knitz's sideline looking for the open man.
Knitz down to Monomog. 7 seconds now, looking for something. Monomog gives this to Hecox, fakes it, puts up a 3-ball, blocked, gets his own rebound, puts one up, and just misses it. We got extra basketball here in round 2 of the Trojan Classic. A tough play for Monomog.
Yeah, we're looking at a stellar game tonight. Holcomb played amazing defense, shut down Monomog when the play was drawn up for him. And, you know, that gives us 4 extra minutes of basketball. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. This is a great game.
As we welcome you back to overtime basketball, as Heath Churchill loses the tip down to Harrell. And a packed house here, 3:56 left to go, 38-38. Sullivan drives down, Dixon closely guarding as we got to Harrell. Sullivan thinks about it, tipped away by Monomog, stripped out, does not matter, gets a shot, great rebound there by Hecox. So good little basketball played there. Hecox driving through, has 9 tonight, puts one up, and that was good. Henry Hecox banking the layup in for his 11th point of the night. Henry Hecox with 11. Deep 3 here from Caden Hardy, and that one is just off. Retaining their own possession. Sullivan thinks about it, lets one fly, and another missed 3-ball here from Holcomb.
You know, now we're kind of seeing Holcomb get flustered. They're not making those outside perimeter shots, but I think they'll still find a way to hold it together.
And Holcomb staying disciplined, but as Joe said, getting a little bit flustered. Monomog, jersey untucked, looking for something. Puts up a 3-ball contestedly, and he gets it to go! Bear Monomog! What a shot from Bear.
Monomog has only scored off of the 3-ball tonight. He's got 9.
Denniston trying to find something, gives it to their main guy, Hardy. Hardy down to Sullivan. Sullivan will draw the foul on Hecox. That's Hecox's second. He's played one crazy game tonight. Henry with 11.
Also number 11, Henry Hecox. His second personal, team foul number 3.
And yeah, as you said earlier, Connor, it really has been a clean game. Not a whole bunch of fouling.
Driving through is Johnson, and Johnson's going to put one up over Monomog and will get it to go 43-40. So kind of like we talked about when the game was first going on, they're doing a great job at matching what the Cats do. They're not falling behind too much. I think the largest margin was 8 points before by the Cats. They've only led twice, so I mean Holcomb is playing a great job at tailing the Cats, trying to push themselves ahead in these last couple of minutes of overtime.
And yeah, this has just been an exciting game to watch just all night long. I mean, it's not really night yet, but 43-40, close game. Feels like they've been trading buckets both times. No one's really gone like no team has gone on a long scoring run. But we still got 2 minutes of play. Anything could happen.
As we welcome you back, 2:03 left to go in OT. Monomog trying to get something, draws a double. Wide open is Churchill. He disciplinedly waits, puts one up, and it's no good. Heath Churchill, costly mistake. Cats would have loved to go up by 5 with 1:40 left. Holcomb still has a heartbeat. Driving through now, pushing the floor. Denniston, and he lays it up. 1 point ball game, 1:30 left to go here in overtime. Henry Heacock's evading that backcourt. Monomog thinks about a three, drives himself, puts a layup up, and it's good. 3-point game. Per Monomog right on top with 11 after his slow start to the game.
And that is great transition offense from the Cats there, getting that open look while Holcomb comes out to press.
Johnson finds a cutting Hardy, and he will draw the foul, and they will call that something. They're calling it, they're discussing the foul here, and he will go to the line for 2. Kind of rocking with these all-white quarter zips the Moundridge coaches have on.
I do like them. I did say that earlier. I like the new look.
Those QZs are pretty fire.
I want to know how you get one. I don't know if it's just a coach thing or if I can get one, but I would definitely order one if I could.
I'd say it's a coach thing as Hardy shoots his second, and that one is in and out. So 2-point ball game, 54 seconds left. Moundridge is going to try to eat as much clock as possible as Holcomb's in a press break. Tips that away. Dixon retains possession back down to Knitz. Knitz to Heacox. Heacox drives in, puts one up, and a huge block from Jarrett Harrell. Heacox throws it off his foot, but it doesn't go anywhere as they will call a timeout on Knitz. A pretty big play of basketball there, Joe.
Yeah, Heacox was looking to get the ball out of bounds off of his foot, and it just kind of came back to him. That's kind of hard to see.
And I do want to say, Holcomb, they have a 6'5".
Heacox is taking a breath.
So as I was saying, Holcomb has a 6'5", 300-pound kid who is injured right now, suited up a little bit of varsity, but he is committed to K-State for football. So pretty big athletes there from Holcomb.
You know, having a guy as big as that really impacts your offense and defense, but mainly your offense, because, you know, you can look to him more to score off the inside perimeter.
And that is Drayton Canal, little 6'5", 300-pounder, just an absolute unit on the football field. That would have been one crazy matchup there for Dixon. Checking into the game is Lutz, as they're going to try to run this 5 out here. They want to put as many athletes as they can on the floor. Dixon comes out. They want to put as many speedsters, I would say, not athletes. Many speedsters. Dixon is just as good of an athlete as everybody else. As Churchill goes, 37 seconds left now, and they will foul. So 36 left on the clock.
Yeah, I feel like Moundridge is going to need guys who can get those steals. And, you know, putting Lutz in crunch time, something they haven't tried before, but it's not a bad idea in my opinion. You know, Lutz could get a steal, could swing it their way.
As Churchill, pretty good free throw shooter, 18 for 27. That's 66% coming into this one, as he is down and on the board for 11 points.
Made free throw by Churchill. He'll go 1 for 2 in that possession.
And here we go, 30 seconds left, 46-43, wide open lane here as he gets that to go. Holcomb wanted a 3-ball there, but 46-45. So I wonder, you know, it's not customary to foul here considering only down 1, but given that there's no shot clock, Joe, I think it'd be smart here to foul, make him shoot 2 so you get the ball down 3 at the worst.
And if you're the Wildcats right now, you cannot turn the ball over. You do that, you lose the game. Because if they give it to, I'm blanking, what's his name? Caden Hardy, he runs the ball off the glass, it's a layup, you're down 1. And then you have a harder time getting back on offense and scoring either a 3 or a lane. But if you get to the lane, tied up, you do another OT. But a lot could happen right now. 25 seconds. This is the loudest I've ever seen the Hillsborough Gym. This is a great game to start our broadcasting night.
Coming in the game, Jarrett Harrell, and he has made a few big shots. And how about that shot, Joe, from Austin Sullivan, that reverse layup over Hecox? That's how they got here. Cats with the ball. Holcomb is going to run their press here, and I think, as Joe said, turning it over would be horrible, as Hecox is going to throw that off, and almost a bad play there.
We got 23 perfectly left. 46-45. Holcomb down 1. This is crunch time. How do you respond under pressure?
And it's finding something. Gives this to Modomog. Modomog evading, trapped in the corner. Does not know what to do. Gives this down to Hecox. They need to get this ball over this half-court line. Putting one up, and they will call it. Great defense here from Holcomb. Can't get the ball over the half-court line. 8-second violation. 46-45, 13 seconds left. Oh, what a defensive possession for the Longhorns.
Yeah, that's exactly what they need, and now they get a chance to score. And like I said, if you're Holcomb, you get the 2 or the 3, it's going to be hard for the Wildcats to respond. So the Wildcats need to do what they need to do is play great defense and not let nobody get scored. Score.
46-45, 9 seconds left. 8 seconds. Driving down is Dennison, and a huge block from Knitz. Saves it. Hecox throws it away with 2 seconds left. Hecox thought there wasn't enough time. He thought that would end it. 2 seconds left. What a block from Kaiser Knitz. Henry Hecox, not watching the clock, throws that away.
And we got 2 seconds left. I'm trying to get it back.
I don't know what he was thinking. I think that he thought that he'd throw it and the buzzer would sound, but
got 2 seconds.
2 seconds now, tipped away. Modomog Isaac Knitz, and the Moundridge Wildcats will win by 1 point off a huge block from Kaiser Knitz. 46-45.
Are we talking about the game or no?
Yeah, we can talk about the game, Joe. So, coming up, 46-45 unofficial stats here. Heath Churchill with 11, Hecox with 11, and Modomog with 11, too.
What a great way to start the night. 46-45. Moundridge comes out on top. I mean, what do we say? That was just great basketball.
And overtime, too, so we did get some extra basketball. 1 point win, that's the closest game for Moundridge. We're going to step aside and take a little break, but we will be back. There'll be a new stream link and everything setting up here for Moundridge versus Hillsborough. As coming around, 1 point win for the Cats, and looking to just continue that momentum as they'll play the winner of Heston Hillsborough at 7:45 tomorrow night. We'll be there, won't we, Joe?
Yes, we will. Either winner of that game, that's going to be a great one for Moundridge. You know, both teams have experience with each other. Hillsborough Moundridge matchup played earlier this year. Moundridge won
in a preseason tournament. But yeah, Heston, Moundridge, like you said, they have a little bit of history. They play summer league against each other in that McPherson league. So we're going to step aside in the stream, and we'll be back for Hillsborough Moundridge on another highly anticipated girls game.